Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, back on good old Satisfactory, ready for another day. Just after the holiday of the good old 4th of July. Hopefully everyone had a good one. It's yeah, pretty all right with me as well. But yeah, hopefully you all had a good 4th of July and whatnot, and you enjoyed your day. If you didn't support the 4th of July, hopefully you just had a good day, whatever it might be. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired, a little bit exhausted, as expected after one having just got done with the holiday. But anyway, we're back on here, back on our modded playthrough, and if you'd like to know what those mods are, the mods list is down in the description section of the video, along with a link to Satisfactory Mod Manager, so you can download and install mods for yourself. Yes. Okay, so our plan today is to move on. Got quite a lot of materials left on us, so. But yeah, we're going to be moving on to one of the other train stations on the map. Obviously, I'm not going to know where they are, but we're going to be moving on to them as well as I am going to be placing some trains just real quick. Like I said, sorry, I'm pretty sure I sound a little bit off key today. A little bit tired, a little bit exhausted. It is late at night. I kind of put off making a video to like the last minute. 4 and 5. Okay. So there is that one, and we'll go ahead and color it appropriately. This is going to be the outbound line, by the way. We'll eventually get to that, placing the tracks and stuff. Oh yeah, we also got to set up belts too. Can't forget about that. So that'll be the kind of the starting point, I guess, of this episode. It's getting the trains down. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then getting the as like I don't want it to connect, but we are going to have to. Oh, there's no power. Balls. Might have to put a little bit of track at the end. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I knew I was one off. Oh, there we go. It'll fit. Anyway. Yeah, we've got to put all these trains down. We got a few trains to get down. Probably going to be working on this all next week too, just about. Just because there's just so much to do. There's a lot of track involved and stuff like that. Like people are not going to realize how much track we have to put down until you see some of the distance that we're going to be putting up with. It's going to be insane. It's going to be cool though. It's going to be a really nice railway, and nearby will be some sulfur, so we can also pull in some sulfur as well later on when we need it. We'll be able to pull in some sulfur for for sulfuric acid. That's right, for the batteries. And I believe somewhere along this trail as well, we're going to be able to have rail lines close by for. Whoops, actually need 2 of those. Oh, I'm out of frames. Oh, crap. Really, I'm out of frames? Huh. Never thought of... What do frames cost to make? Can I get out of this without going back down to the truck? Probably not, but we'll take a gander. No. Oh, because you need screws. Balls. Dang it. So that basically means we just got to hop on down to the truck down there. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we don't have any extra heavy-duty frames? Really? Did I mess up? I might have messed up the frame count. Oh crap! Oh, that sucks. This truck is completely full as well, and the other stations only have enough frames for the actual station itself, not for the train cars. Um, Crap. Means we're going to have to hop on over to the. We're gonna have to hop on over to the city. No, I don't want to hop on over to the city. I'm gonna have to hop on over to the city. Actually, no, we'll take the train. The quartz train over here isn't moving. I don't think. No, wait, is it? Is there a quartz train here? There is a quartz train here. Hey, look, we got our ride. All right, let's go. And here we are. This station got moved and never got painted. Oops. I can see it in the darkness in here. We're gonna turn off self-driving. We're gonna make it dock. Don't think it's gonna be able to dock though. That's okay. Okay. Now it's just a small hop, skip, and a jump over to what are they called? Over to the heavy frames. Okay. Let's see. These things should be pretty full. Yeah. Heavy modular frames don't go to anything right now. So unfortunately we can't just go to another machine and pull. How many are we gonna need? I don't remember. I'll have to look at progressive trains. See, we need one, two, three more locomotives. So 5, 10. So we got 15 there. And then we've got 15 plus 40, which is 55. 55 plus another 40. 55 plus another 40 is 95. So we're gonna need. So we'll have five extra frames. And if we want another 5-car train, that'll be 20. Yeah, 20, 25. So an extra 20 is what we need. Yeah, we can. I think we can do that. I have a ladder over here specifically for this. And up we go. Straight up to the sky. Whoa! Okay. Gotta make sure we're grabbing frames here too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just in case. Wait, should we just take up a full stack? Yeah, we should just take up a full stack. Yep, since it's taking up a slot anyway. Might as well just take a full stack of frames. Yeah. Okay. Now let's just go ahead and hop back over to the train station. Okay. Back over here we go. I think I gotta do some more jump cuts there. Anybody enjoying this? It's pretty good, right? Yep, just like that. Okay. Let it stop. Let it start docking. Okay. Turn off self-driving, that way we have a ride back if we need. Hopefully we're done getting supplies now. This is such a big build, man. It's insane. I wish I had the jetpack thing, but we haven't even got that far. It's so bad. I need to take a couple stacks of frames as well. Or wait, how much is production? This is 10 frames. Yeah, we're gonna need 2 stacks at least. That's gonna give us. Let's see, that's gonna give us 5. That's gonna give us 10. And if we got 3, 6, 9, I better take another stack. we got rods, we've got plates. We don't have enough plates. Now we have enough plates. 2, 3, yep, okay. We don't have enough pipe, but I don't have any more pipe with me. I shouldn't need too much more concrete. What else do we got? We got motors. These might be handy to take, but I need to leave some space as well. We don't need a whole lot of copper sheets, huh? Because we're doing... Yeah, these don't take copper sheets. I'll leave a couple of stacks on me, but you can keep the rest of that. Okay. What else do Mark IIs take? They take pipe and they take these things. We better take more of those. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. Alright, let's hop up to the top. Alright, let's have some fun. Yeah, hopefully have enough now. We should. I calculated it out, so like we should have enough to place all these trains. You know what I was thinking as well? It's just like, you know what we actually need power up here. And what better way to get that than to build that spiral we were all wanting to do? If I can figure out how to get it placed. I think I'm gonna place it with the world grid as well. We'll see how it goes. Oops. Okay, so this one upgradable. Okay, yeah. I almost placed the wrong cars here. Gotta place the ones from the mod, otherwise it kind of negates having the mod. I know I'm not using the train stations, but I've already explained those reasons several times why I don't. And if you weren't here for that, the reason I don't use the train stations from this mod is because we are going to lose mods here very soon anyway. And the way I have it set up right now, when we lose our mods, we lose very few things, including the trains themselves. But we have a backup for those. So when we do, because our entire city runs on trains. I don't know why I just didn't do this because it was enough cars. But yeah, which one runs on trains? So we need those trains. And one of the things is the mod will go away, those trains will go away, and if I have train stations, those also go away. I've already experienced this when the mod broke one time, and I said never again. I don't have enough motors, are you serious? No. I don't have enough motors? You gotta be kidding me. Can I build the motors? Surely I got enough stuff for that, right? Jeez, I didn't even think about motors. How much are the motors? Okay, they're 10 apiece. I need 20 motors. I don't think I have the resources to build 20 motors. Ugh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, why? Why do I not have enough? Also, if you hear any explosions in the mic, I don't think you will, but if you do, it is that time of night where people are shooting off the fireworks. So probably gonna catch some of that. I don't know if you guys will, but I know I will. We can make stators. Okay, motors. I know we can make motors by hand, can't we? We could definitely make it via a factory. We can definitely place one down. We'll get some power over here. Can we not make motors by hand? Or am I just... Oh no, I'm just stupid. Okay, what are we missing? We're missing stators. Okay, we got the rotors as well. So it's 2 stators per. Oh, this is going to take a while. Oh no, I need... Well, actually, let's see. If I build the one motor already, then we just need Oh, we need 5 more on top of that. Oof. I don't think I'm going to have the resources. I can see the wire going down already. It says two stators per. Oh wait, no, maybe we might. We might have enough. Okay, let's build those 5 motors there. It's going to take me a minute. And done. Very nice. I'm glad I had the resources. I did not think that the trains were 10. I was not paying attention. It's just like we still need 2 more trains. It's just like, no. Why? Oh, why? Did I just? No, I placed the right one. It's because I middle clicked. I should just be middle clicking everything. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll grab that one to make sure we don't snap this to the other train. Go ahead, unsnap. There we go. These are 2 separate trains. 2, 3, 4. What would be really nice is if you could connect trains like Factorio. That'd be awesome. Okay, so there's all of our trains connected. We also need to get. What happened to my thing here? Okay, there we go. I also need to get everything connected via belt as well. Okay, so these are going to be incoming trains here on the left. So yeah, I think I'm just going to hook them up. Screw putting stuff in between. You know what I mean? I don't know if we should or not. This is like, should we? Should we even bother? Just making sure we're getting the right inputs here. It takes 10 each time to do this as well. Right, so now it's going to be directly crossed. It's going to be nice. It'll be all nice and lined up. If we did it the other way, we'd have to go even further. And then it'd be all weird about it. We don't want that. Okay. So that's all those stations hooked up, as well as we need to change this to bauxite color. I know it just showed, you're probably confused there for a second, like, you just selected green. Why is that? Why did it say bauxite color? It's because for some reason mine is bugged out a little bit, my color gun, or my color thing I'm doing right now. And when I select the color below the color I want, it selects the color I want instead. So, looking at the color thing here, I think it's a bug. But yeah, when I select, if I was to select bauxite color outright, it goes to white. If I was to select white, it goes to quartz. But it's like I want bauxite, but if you select bright green, it goes to bauxite to the bauxite color. Oh, and by the way, the bauxite color was me personally. Did we color all these? Don't remember if we did. I'm going to go back and color them again. Just in case. I was not paying attention at all. Should have been. Yeah, so the best way to get those colors is to put a piece of like the raw material on the ground. Just kind of throw it out of your inventory onto the floor. And then and then stand next to it with the material kind of on left of your reticle so you can see it. Kind of on the left plane, left middle of your screen. And then when you go to select the color, you can kind of figure it out from there. But anyway, so there's that. These train stations will match up perfectly. So I'll be able to do that. Now, the only weird thing about this one is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm almost wondering if I should just have 2 quartz trains but 1 quartz station. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, if we end up needing 2, though, yeah, I think we'll just leave it as is. I might have an idea if everything lines up correctly. But yeah, these ones can go straight across. We'll figure out something. I guess what we could do, I just thought about it, what we could do is not do this, just do the top one. And then what I'll do is I'll do this for the bottom. Then that'll connect all the stations together, kinda. Yep, and then what we'll do is pull this over here, like this. It's like, I just remember needing a ton of quartz. I think. Not exactly sure though. Anyway, we'll have tons of quartz. It'll work. And heck, if I had the materials, I'd put another train station, another 5 station, or another 5 of these. And you know what? I still wish they would add a passenger car for multiplayer. So if you're riding with trains, you can have your friend hop in. It's just like, yeah, why don't I just get rid of all the bottom ones here? Yeah, it just never made sense to me why they never added a train car for the passengers. That you can have a passenger car that could hold. Say you wanted a passenger car that holds 1 per person, so you don't have to do anything special. You could just add one of these, but then just kind of change it up to be like a little dining car or whatever. And then just one car per person, and then when you got a big old server, you could people join into the server, right? They spawn in at any one of the locations, and then they can, if you had like a dedicated server, you could have trains bringing them to different, like, sort of local areas, stuff like that. So it's just like, you joined in and you've been assigned to assigned to the bauxite station, or to bauxite refinement, and then you hop on your train and you go to bauxite. I don't know why I'm doing. Whatever. I'll just leave it. Yeah, that'd be really cool, wouldn't it? I'd love to do a dedicated server. Man, if I had a bunch of people asking me, like, we gotta set up a dedicated server. I mean, of course we'd have to pay for it. Actually, would we? Yeah, we'd have to pay for it because I wouldn't be able to host on my PC, unfortunately. Even if I could, my ISP would let me, I wouldn't be able to do it still. Anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this connected. So this is the outbound station. Let's put an O and an I. That on the name, then we'll know. So we could go quartz. We could actually say this is the quartz mine, a quartz mine alpha, because we do have a quartz mine over there. Although I don't know if I'm going to be pulling. We'll see. I might pull the quartz over here instead of down that hill. kind of free up some space as well. I'm thinking, yeah, this could be named like. Oh no, we wanted to put hub on everything, right? Quartz. Uh, quartz hub outbound. I don't know. Let's try it out. Let's try out a few names. Quartz hub station, and we put a big old O on it. And then it'd be like I-01, like outbound one. No, out dash, yeah. There we go. 01, and then the next one's going to be I1 and I2 inbound A, and or yeah, it's going to be outbound or O-A. Yeah, yeah, that looks better. Yes, yes, I think we got there. Okay. So that's going to be the quartz hub station OA. This one's going to be IA and then IB. Actually, you know what we could do? Oops. Just do a little sneaky here. Control C. Control V. Just change it to an I. And enter. And then we can Control C that one. I like that you can Control C in games. I hate when games don't allow that, but you gotta do typing. It's like, oh, come on! Why do you gotta be so mean? Control V there, and we go I, B. So this would be Bravo, and the other one would be Alpha, but I don't think there's enough name. There isn't enough room to go much bigger than that, so. Okay. So the other thing we gotta do is we gotta go transport, we gotta go to railway. I am low on pipe. I just realized that all my pipe just got used. Ah, man. What the heck? Let's see, this one. How is this one going to work? This one needs to go straight. Well, no, this one needs to go straight. This is the outbound. So yeah, this one needs to go this way. Ooh, hello spiders. Yeah, this one needs to go this way. And I actually have an idea. We're gonna go this way a little bit. We're gonna connect the outbound and inbound lines together. So we're gonna do like a double. Oh, we can't. Oh, that's interesting. So you can't connect this. So okay, never mind. Well, we can have it do a switch before you get to the station, because then there's no way back. So yeah, since we can only hook one, unfortunately, this is the outbound. So this one needs to go this way. Oh, it's not going to connect. It's not going to connect. It's not going to connect because these corners only like to be placed without connecting to something. Yeah. It's not going to connect at all. So yeah, we can connect this. It's going to be weird. So the way we can solve this annoying track piece is going like this. Oh, that's too short. Okay, we need to do about half, I think. Yeah, see, it doesn't make any sense why this is too sharp, because it's the exact corner that it needs. And it can go sharper than this, so the game's logic makes no sense, but you know. I think it's... Does it cross over there? Not exactly sure. What's horrible about it is I can't exactly. Let's grab an architectural ladder. I'm trying to solve this. We stand up here. Might be able to see. It's right about here. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay. Because I want to connect this. Oh, we can't afford it because we don't have pipe. Oh, that's... Actually, that's kind of annoying. I don't know what happened to all my pipe. Actually, I do, I think. Yeah, those freaking stators. I guess we'll go ahead and head back. Go into here, and then we hop on the train, and then we turn on self-driving, and then we go. And then we arrive at the station. And then we turn off self-driving. And we hop out. And then we hop on over to the copper wire. Take that. Have that. We'll run on over to the steel pipes. Sheesh. Grab all of our steel pipes that we're probably going to need. Oh man, I am just so defeated right now. How many times I've had to come back. It's insane. Oh yeah, and then all those trains took all my freaking steel pipes too. Okay, that looks good. And then we hop on over back to the quartz train. And we turn on self-driving and we go back over to the quartz mine and then turn off self-driving and we hop out and give a good old hop up. Okay, back up to the top. Alright, what were we doing? Holy shit, dude. Ugh. I can't tell you how long that trip takes me every time. Just, man, it's not fun. But anyway, we got our supplies. Probably gonna need steel beams now. I got wire though, just in case. Yeah, this can go over here now. Oh, but this can't connect. Oh. Oh, there's our, where our gas, I forget what it's called, whatever. Dang it, how are we gonna do this? I just don't know. At least the railways are cheap. They're not, like, outrageously expensive. Although it would make sense for them to be outrageously expensive. Oh, you know what we're going to have to do? I just figured out how we're going to have to do, because we can't do this, unfortunately. Yeah, we can't do this. I mean, there is a way to do it, but it's really annoying to do. I have done it before, though. So basically, this rail would connect and go this way, and this rail would connect and go this way. There would kind of be a little bit of overlaying track, like track kind of on top of itself. But I think I just figured out another way. We can do that. So that means this one can go, this one can go, this one can go, this one can go, our little contraption rail that we had. Okay, so the we just need an extra foundation. We just make slightly bigger rails. So go like this. Okay, so this is the outgoing rail. This is the outgoing rail. That's the other one. The other one that's over there is an incoming. So we go like this, and then this one goes like this to connect. Okay, and then this one connects to over here. Okay. I've also been cutting out. I've been trying to cut out my auto saves as well. Hopefully, I'm doing a pretty good job of that, so that you guys don't have to see them. Because yeah, the auto saves are getting pretty bad anymore. Wait, so we need. Oh, I forgot. If we're gonna do the backwards loop thing, we can't have a rail going this way unless we do that. Yeah. So then this rail is gonna go. Oh, it's got to be one over. Hold on. Oops. I'll just fill this in. Why not? See, this rail's got to go over this way. I'm surprised this one doesn't fit right here. Oh, it'll fit here, though. Yeah, that's not correct anyway. Should be here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then we go 1, 2, 3. 3. 2, 3. I might end up building this with the road tool, this foundation piece. We'll have to see. So is that gonna work? If I do this, it should be straight from here. We go 1 and so 1.5. So it should be straight. Now, okay. I'm gonna build that, and then we gotta build a little section. It's like that, and then nope. Okay, so we gotta go further. We gotta go here instead then. So we go here. Is there any better way? Could go here. Yeah, this one's much better. Let's go here. A little bit wider. We got room, so there's no reason. And then we straighten off there. And then we do a foundation. Like I said, I might use the road tool here. Actually, I don't think I've ever showed you guys that, but do we have the time? We may or may not have the time to do something like that. That does take a lot of patience and a lot of time. It does take up a bit. Okay. I might split this up into smaller blocks. So we've got from here, the one it's sitting on. We won't count that. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then it'll be 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think splitting it up might be a little bit better. Okay. So we've got that. Okay, what do the block signals take? Oh, they take copper sheet. I'm not going to put down 400 of these things. I mean, I might, but no, that's not happening. Okay, so then we We're going to pull this one out here. Now this one, um, oh, you know what we could have done? I just thought about it. The return rail could be on this side. And I don't know why I did, what did I mean, it don't matter per se, but I could have done the return rail on this side and then have them all connected to one rail. And then we don't have to have this stupid thing. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. That might be a better plan. I'm pretty sure somebody was screaming at me that just then. I heard it. It's just like, you can do this. Why don't you do this, you dumb motherfucker? It's like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. Forgive me. Yeah, because the trains don't need to connect to this, although they can. We could probably make that happen. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be the return line. Yeah, and then they don't have to have this stupid extra bit. That makes no sense. Or it makes sense because I need to turn around, but... And then all the rails can just go this way. It just makes more sense to do it this way. We figured it out. Figured it out, everybody. We're freaking doing it, man. Because the return rails need to go this way. As well. I might leave this extra... bit here. Not this, but the other extra bit. If we give a 1 meter foundation on sides, then the block signals, the switch track signs, whatever they're called, then they don't go halfway through the wall. That might be worth something. Okay, so this one as well goes this way. And these aren't close enough that we have to do the old get rid of the switch track glitch. Which is good. Okay. And this will connect to this. And connect this one to here. Connect this one to here. Perfect. We'll have a hole like nothing in this corner, unfortunately, for right now. Yes, this is going to work good. Okay, now we are going to put some block signals on here. Start getting the block signal system set up. Wrong side. I really wish when you have it like this, I could mouse wheel and it would rotate it to the opposite side of the track, as well as being able to configure the switches here. If I could go E on these, configure, not just toggle, but I could configure it, like hit E, and then and then it would say right side of track, left side of track, or none. Then it could either be on the switch track facing this way that it places. It could either be on this side of the track, it could be on this side of the track, or it could just be invisible. I would opt for the invisible most of the time, unless because a lot of these switch tracks like this one, there's no trains ever going to be going this way, so I don't ever need a switch track here, and I can't delete it, as you can see. I can't delete it, and I can't put it on this side. Let's say it was on this side, and this train coming onto this track would clip through it. I wouldn't be able to put it on the other side, which is kind of an annoyance. Because there are times where putting the switch track on the opposite side of the track would just solve clipping issues, and it would look better, you know. But for some reason, I don't know. Maybe it's just they never thought of it, probably. And I know I say for some reason a lot, but it's just how it's just me. And I am. Okay, so we're gonna put a block signal. This one's gonna go this way, but the foundations aren't going to be there. It's just so I can put the block signal down. Okay, I need to make sure the train doesn't clip this. No, it doesn't look like it comes close. Okay. So that block signal, and then we put a block signal here. Going this way. Okay. So then that turns this whole section into one big block. So if any of these trains enter this block, it blocks all the other stations, which is what I want. And we can, if we want, we can absolutely do that. And as long as this train doesn't clip this, it doesn't clip it. Ah! And it doesn't clip it going this way either, which is good. Okay. And then if you are on, actually I needed that there, because this isn't the only outgoing train. This one needs to outgo as well, so it's actually pretty good. Anyway. Okay, so that works for that. I am... Oh, the alt keys. Dumb. Why was there a switch track on that side? Does anybody know? Oh, it's because of this. Bring this back to where it's supposed to be. We need the train to go this way. It's going to go up on where that tree is. I'm trying to figure out if I want it to be on pedestals or not. I think I do, but I want it to be like perfectly straight. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a grid going this way. Hop on top of that. Put this here. So this is where the train track's going to end. Oh, this tree is just... I can't see anything. Alright, that tree's gone. Yeah, I think what we're going to do this episode is we're going to set up one of the outbound lines. We'll get it started, right? Because we got the tracks already down there. I think what we'll do is we'll set up the spiral on this cliff over here. Also, I'm going to grab... Do I have the space? I do not have the space. I don't even have the space. I could put this in here, I suppose. Yeah, that works. This little slug boy. Eventually, I want to have I'm going to have these slugs on like little belts. We're just going to have a bunch of them going on these little belts and stuff like that. We'll make like cool art with it. That's what I want to do anyway. Okay, this one's going to go all the way to here. This will give us a place to aim. I can't pin it from here. Oh, we're going to need a... Yeah, we need to start it on this side, I think. Let's see, I want it to land... I do want it to land here. So we'll put a little track going this way. It's not going to reach. I knew it. Okay, so we need to go out a little bit. I want it to go as far as possible so that the incline is just super easy. Oh, come on, let me up there. And now my legs aren't going to... It seems to not have... I swore he was laughing at me then. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's like I want this slope to be as gradual as possible. And the longer you go, the better. The more easy your slopes will be. Okay. So I'm going to delete all this. There we go. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to have supports for this. The classic supports. But I'll do it. We'll do it later. Because we might be running out of time here. We can't really do a bridge because it is a slope, so it's pretty hard to do bridges on slopes. It can be done, but I'm not up for it. Yeah, let's see if we can get us a nice spiral coming up this cliff snag here. This just gives us a spot to aim for. We're not going to go off of this grid because it's not the grid. So we need to do the spiral out there. We could do the spiral right where that tree's at. Actually, no, that's multiple different cliffs. There's a lot of different cliffs here. Like the edges of the fog. See them lines? It's just like the edges of the fog. Or maybe that's the edge of the land. Anyway. How are we gonna do this? The closest place would actually be right where that belt's at. Actually, would it be? Because we need to spiral all the way up this, and then we need to build a bridge over here, I guess, then. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. We just need to do a spiral. We're going to do a 1 meter 1 meter ramp spiral going all the way up. Okay, so we just need to set the precedent to where it's at, get it started. And we need to get it as close as possible. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to build it, and then we're going to have to build the track. The track's going to have to start at the top, so that we don't have like a spiral that goes halfway around at the same level. That probably wouldn't be a good thing. But the spiral's going to have to be right where that train station's at, I think. Which, I kind of figured I was going to have to delete this. Uh-oh. Okay, I can't jump now. Unless I do this. Give ourselves a heal. And then... Geronimo! And then give ourselves another heal. Delicious. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to build this spiral like right here where this train's at. Alright. Oh, you know what I didn't ever think about? That this train was gonna be deleted as well. This is a mod train. It's gonna need to be deleted. Because we have no further use for it. So. I suppose we could delete one of the other trains, one of the other quartz trains, and use this one. Yeah, it's always an option. Okay, so this part's gonna have to be done in the next episode, unfortunately. But we will set it up to drain. We need to drain the system. So we need to remove these. I didn't think I was going to remove these. I thought I was just going to do it, and then I came up with this other plan. And here we are. Like, I thought I was going to belt all the stuff down here, which I eventually figured out that that's not a good idea, because there'd be a lot of stuff down here. What am I looking for? Oh, right, special. Awesome sink. So we grab ourselves a couple awesome sinks. I'm going to use Mark 5 belts for this because we got a little bit of, we do have a little bit of copper sheets from the last little thing we were doing. Can't remember why those copper sheets, but it's okay. Go logistics, take that. These are the outbound lines. Oh, we're gonna have to. I got an idea. Because I don't want to lose power to this train station just yet. Actually, I wouldn't lose power to the train station. What am I talking about? Alright, we're going to do this. We're going to turn off the power up there. So that those mines don't have power. And then we're going to sink it all. Run this over here. Sink. Ugh. I hate when it freezes like that and it turns my whole camera around. And then the alt gets stuck like every time. Stupid computer. And then we'll just run power directly from here to there, and from there to there. And now we're draining it. What are these? 780? 780. So 780 times 2. We're draining this at 1,560 a minute. That is a lot. We'll get it all drained. All these stations are connected, so, and it's going to drain the whole entire belt system from up there as well, which will be extremely awesome. Yeah, all that's got to get drained. Crazy. But yeah, we'll let this drain in between. Jeez, it is weird. We'll let this drain in between episodes, and then next episode we'll delete the train station. We'll get the spiral set up right in that spot, right in that kind of corner right there, because that's what we need to aim for. We'll get that spiral set up, get it connected, and then we'll have power to all the trains, and then we can work on it from there. And everything will be just peachy keen. Yes. It will be really nice. Okay, I need to put this, I'm going to put this grass in here as well. Grass and these leaves. And this wood. Wait, what happened? Oh, it's waiting for an empty slot inside the train station. Just waiting for an empty slot, which is kind of funny. Every now and again, it's like a whole mix of just random crap. I cleared out my inventory at least. We can go drop off that slug as well. That'll look good. Okay, well, I think that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. We didn't get a whole lot done, but we got some more planned and some more stuff planned, and everything's going to start working out in our favor. That's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just need to spend time planning, and you guys get to see what the plan looks like, right? You're probably just like, just skip to that thing where you're done. Call it good. It's like, yeah, but I spend too many hours in between episodes on this game. Like, I've got, 100 and... What are we going to be at the end of the week is going to be 195. And that's about an average of an hour long. That's only 195 hours. Maybe 200 if you add it all together. Maybe 200 hours altogether. And this save is 524 hours long. 525 in a second. Well, in about 45 seconds. That's how much time I've spent in between episodes building stuff, trying to get stuff done and whatnot, so you guys don't see it all. Imagine if we had seen all of it. We would be... Man, where would we'd be at if you guys seen like most of that 500 some odd hours? Almost 600 hours. Insane. be a very long series. Anyway, like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.